and welcome to the live. Now, today I've got an extremely interesting topic to present to you all. Who can resonate with self-sabotage? I know I can. It's one of those terms that floats around and we're certainly all familiar with. Go ahead and comment on the bottom and let me know if it's something that you can resonate with, or do you have someone a friend that you talk to about this kind of thing? Is there a friend of yours that you've got in mind right now that you and that friend both notice these unconscious unravellings, as I refer to them as? So self-sabotage, what a broad term. In fact, it's so broad that I'm going to be presenting a webinar on it in the next couple of weeks. Now, I'm going to confirm the date, but we're looking at the 25th, most probably, or the 24th of July. So look forward to that and look out for posting on it. Self-sabotage, it is broad. Why? Because it can come in so many forms. The question is, people, how do you self-sabotage? Comment below and let me know exactly what comes to mind. I've got a few that I wanted to discuss today. One of those common self-sabotage patterns that I see so often in clinic, in the vast amount of time I've spent assisting clients to become their best, comes in the form of making promises to ourselves, such as, I'm going to exercise tomorrow morning. I'm definitely going to exercise tomorrow morning. This is going to be different this time round. Another one related and very similar is, I'm going to wake up early. I'm going to be one of those early risers. And, there are so many fantastic reasons to do it. So why wouldn't I? It makes sense for me to go ahead and do that. Now, these are two presenting problems or patterns of behavior that are unresourceful that certainly are so closely related. We can look at it from two angles. You can start to look at the conscious aspect and go, oh, okay, so the logic involved, the logistics as well, what I need to do. And then of course, the rest, everything, as I say, underneath the surface, your unconscious. Now, from a logistic perspective and from a logical point of view, a lot of self-sabotage does come from simply negating or flying in the face of logic. Now, some of the things I'm going to discuss might seem so straightforward and what you might say is a no-brainer, but the fact of the matter is, if you do not consider all angles, then that's the no-brainer part. That's the, as I'd say, sleepyhead aspect of it. You're sleeping on the truth, you're sleeping on the facts, and that'll make sure you sleep through your alarm. So let's have a look firstly. Comment below if this is bringing something up that you want to discuss, or if you've got any questions. I'd certainly be willing to help. Now, logistically, when it comes to waking up early, a lot of people, what they don't take into account is that maybe they were eating horrible food before they went to sleep. Horrible food, I don't want to be biased and bash certain types of foods, but let's face it, high sugar and high fat, high carb combinations, certainly. I'm all for high fat and ketogenic and living off ketones, but you certainly wouldn't want to necessarily, I'm not a medical doctor, can't give medical advice, but personally, in my world, high fat is fine, quality fats, but such as avocados and small amounts of nuts and good quality extra virgin olive oils in the right proportions. But when we start to look at potato crisps or some other fun foods, such as fun in quotation marks, such as pizza or cookies or any of those other treat categories, they are they're designed to give you a quick dopamigenic boost. You're going to be hitting those reward systems from a neurological perspective, but they're going to leave you feeling pretty sorry in the end, and certainly not high energy to wake up early in the morning. So they can, just that simple choice is going to contribute to a self-sabotage or a behavior that falls under the self-sabotage category. Comment below if you can think about one of those foods that you know is not ideal for these kind of positive outcomes. The types of meals that I say are putting shackles or building prisons or creating, inescapable panic rooms for you to be able to, be your best. These structures that we build for ourselves are ultimately and metaphorically speaking the problems that I see day in, day out. Interesting how I referred to it in that particular manner. They are structures that we build ourselves. No one else created them but us. And as we start to become consciously aware and start to be conscious in general, we can really allow ourselves to evolve rapidly and easily. But awareness is the first step. So what's another aspect that's in the same vein? Well, I'm not the alcohol police and I love a drink, but honestly, if drinking is a way to wind down, it may, I'm not saying it is, but it may be the reason that you're self-sabotaging. Because again, alcohol, whether you're aware of it or not, is a depressant. Now, how are you going to bounce out of bed and exercise and make good choices if you were actually feeding a toxin into your body that was depressing you? Again, maybe a no-brainer, or maybe something you haven't thought about. Go ahead and comment below if this is something that you believe is an oversight or something that you're well aware of. Just get involved in the conversation, because it's certainly something that I am aware that a lot of people aren't aware of. Now, these are just a couple of very common ways and patterns that I see coming up all the time with regard to self-sabotage. I think one more that I'll leave you with is going out to dinner and making poor choices. And making poor choices because that's all that was on the menu. Now, this is a great example of the types of self-sabotage that are, well, to tell you the truth, simply narratives. Self-sabotage, when it comes in this form of, I was at a party and there wasn't any other food there, or I am at dinner and there weren't any healthy options, is simply a story you're telling yourself. The question is this story serving you? Is it getting you the results that you want? And considering you're the one telling the story, are you ready to choose another book or turn the page on this chapter and start writing a success chapter? Now, I'm here to help if you're ready to turn the page, change the book, switch to the library. It's all a matter of perspective. It's all a matter of determination. Comment below if you feel you're ready to change, or you know someone that could get a lot of value out of making a big shift in the way they think and the stories they tell themselves. Even tag a friend that you believe might get a lot of value out of that, or at least when you send them a message or tag them in, the type of friend that would get a lot of value just out of starting to consider and ponder different options and possibilities for themselves. Because that's what NLP and hypnosis is all about, people. Different options and possibilities that were outside of your conscious awareness. You know the old term, it was right under my nose. well, we can start to reveal all those things that were right under your nose, and I mean solutions to assist you to be your best, to fly with the eagles, spread your wings, and create that masterful you that you know is just ready to run out of the gate. So thanks so much for joining me for this live. I'm Matthew Tweedy, your success coach. Catch me on Matthew Tweedy Hypnosis, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And ciao for now.